There was a time in my life where I felt completely drained. Physically, emotionally, you name it. I was stuck in an incredibly toxic relationship that eroded my confidence, it eroded my self-worth, until quite literally, I barely recognized myself when I looked at myself in the mirror. I felt completely detached from the person that I once was. My identity seemed like this distant memory. My life was no longer my own because I was being slowly groomed and controlled by my partner. And I struggled to hold on to any sense of independence in the context of that relationship. I was constantly looking over my shoulder after years of abuse because I didn't feel that I could trust anyone, and more painfully than anything else, I had lost trust in myself. I didn't feel vibrant anymore. Instead, I felt empty, like all of the love and all of the energy in me had been sucked out of me. It took far too long, but I finally realized that I was completely trapped in a cycle of emotional manipulation. I wanted out, but I felt powerless, and I struggled to escape the grip of narcissistic abuse. How had this happened to me was the question that was constantly running through my head. I thought I was too smart for this. I thought I was too savvy for this kind of thing to happen to me, too perceptive. The shame spiral was absolutely brutal. And breaking free was one of the hardest things that I've ever done, but slowly I started to rebuild my life. The detox from that relationship was hardcore. My body didn't know what to do at first with all of the peace that had finally washed in over my life. And oh my God, did I sleep all the time. And day by day, I began to reclaim my energy, I began to reclaim my confidence, and rediscover my sense of self-worth. It was by no means an overnight process. My independence took time to regain. And along my healing journey, I tried so many different things and so many different ways to support myself. And it wasn't until I dove headfirst into mindfulness, into meditation, and into breathwork in combination that I found my holy grail of peace and of compassion that I so desperately needed in my life. And along that mindfulness journey, I discovered my voice again. I explored my most authentic self. And probably even more importantly than anything else, I learned how to set healthy boundaries. And I found a footing in a new community of people where I feel like I am seen, I feel like I'm heard, I feel like I'm loved, and I feel like I'm supported. And while I still experience moments of being triggered, and I most definitely have had run-ins with more narcissists and narcissistic people in my life, now I handle those experiences and those moments with awareness and with patience. And last but certainly not least, my body feels calm and I feel comfortable in my skin again. As I've embraced the new woman that I've become, and the time and the healing and the immense amount of strength that it took to get here, I am inspired to help other people find their path back to wholeness. So I developed a comprehensive program that's going to move you from just surviving to thriving. And trust me, please, please trust me, there is a light at the end of the tunnel after narcissistic abuse. I am truly blessed beyond measure to be doing this kind of work, so stay tuned for more of my story.